Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, this is GK from the B, back with another episode of Glenn Calloway from the basement. Saturday afternoon, it's Hockey Day in Canada today. There's like 4 hockey games on. It's a celebration of the greatest sport. Anyway, well, baseball's the greatest sport, but it's close. Hockey's close. Anyway, I got a bunch of stuff today. I want to do some What's Spinnin'. I want to talk about the CD exchange going on with my good friend Larry Graves and talk about my headphones. I got some really cool headphones. So let's start with Larry. So Larry and I did the CD exchange going back a few years now regularly and turned each other on to a ton of stuff. I mean, both of us, really were, I think it was pretty equal in terms of the great music that we turned each other on to and artists that we weren't really paying much attention to. So it's been really, really rewarding. Stopped doing it for a while and then resurrected it with a bunch of people and then stopped that. And then we've been talking about doing it again, but we just haven't jived. And so this week it's starting and I hope it continues. On a regular basis. I was at Larry's yesterday. His video is up for your viewing pleasure. You can see the albums that we gave each other, but I thought I would do a bit of a commercial for it too. First of all, Larry gave me Nectar, Journey to the Center of the Eye by Nectar, a double CD. I don't know if this is supposed to be a concept album or not. I think I used to have this in my collection, but I can't find it, so I'm not sure what happened. I don't really know a lot about Nectar. Now, I do have one of their albums, which I quite like. I think this is pretty well-respected album. It's Remember the Future by Nectar. Cover's kind of old, but the record sounds great. It's on the Passport label. But I like Nectar, so I'm interested in hearing that. Should be good. Next, Larry gave me the only David Bowie studio album I do not own. Now, it's Reality. Now, I've never heard this album, but I have heard some of the songs because I have the live album from the Reality tour, and there's some real, to me, deep cuts because they come from this album, which I'd never heard, and I really dig that live album because it's just got some different stuff on it, and so I'm really interested in hearing this. Next, Paul McCartney. I know I'm on a board with the Beatles kick, but I am interested in hearing this. One Hand Clapping. Have not heard this yet. I think it came out last year. Paul McCartney and Wings. Just playing Beatles songs and Wings songs in the studio, from what I understand. But lots of cool stuff on here, like all the Wings hits, and a few many Beatles tracks. Let It Be, Long and Winding Road, Lady Madonna. Go Now's on here, which is cool. I love that song. Hi, Hi, Hi. Yeah, this is actually just a great set. Junior's Farm, one of my favorites. This is actually going to be really good. There we go. So that one. And a band called The Great Balancing Act from the east coast of Canada. Not sure about this. I know Larry likes the album. I know our good friend Morris down there in Halifax is a big fan. So interested in hearing that. And last but not least, the band that Larry's been trying to get me to listen to for so long now, and I think the name's stupid and it's in my embargo list, but I'm giving in because I just eventually you get too tired to fight. White Pepper by Ween. Yes, I am going to listen to Ween. We'll see how that goes. That's the 5 albums. Larry was also kind enough to lend me a couple of Miles Davis albums that I don't have because I'm on a real Miles Davis kick. The Phillies of Files or Phillies of Kilimanjaro. And off of this original classic album series, I have 2 of the albums on here, but I do not have Water Babies and I do not have Big Fun. So thanks, Larry, for that. Okay, that gets that out of the way. Let's talk about my headphones. Here they are. They are called Bear Dynamics, if you can see that. and they are manufactured in Germany. And you can look at those quality headphones. Now, I paid big money for these. I was just looking up now. They sell for over $800 Canadian. They are incredible headphones. They're definitely an audiophile headphone. The reason I invested so much money in a headphone at the time is when I was moving from a townhouse into a small condo. And my music room was a small room beside the living room. And there's no way I would have been able to play music and speakers. My wife would have driven my wife right out of the house. So I thought, I'm going to buy myself a really nice pair of headphones. And that's what I did. And I've had them all this time. Now that goes back about 8 or 9 years that I've had these. And I did not listen to headphones at all when I lived in the original basement. So that's 6 years in there. And then when we moved to our new place now, the odd time I've been going down after supper and listening to music. Most of the nights my wife and I spend together, but if there's just nothing on TV, nothing going on, she watches her shows that she likes, and I go downstairs and throw the headphones on. So that's the reason I kind of brought it up, because I'm listening to a lot more on the headphones. These are great phones. They're called, the model number was Amiron, Amiron. But Beyerdynamic make great headphones. They make them anywhere priced from a couple $100 up to $800-900. So if you're looking for a nice set of headphones, I highly recommend. $200 isn't bad for a nice set of headphones, but if you really want amazing headphones that are so comfortable, which is another big thing. Okay, enough. Talking about coming downstairs and listening to music. Some now spinning. These are albums that I wasn't listening to last night on the headphones, but I have listened to them. So my buddy Jeff at Speaker's Corner, if you watched my video, gave me some VCLT, and one of the albums he gave me was a unknown band to me called the Plastic Cloud from Toronto, Ontario, my hometown. This album came out in 1968. The first pressings of this album, it says, sell for nearly $1,000. So I think there was only, I don't know how many came. So anyway, it says limited to 500 copies. I was surprised at how good this is. It sounds like psychedelic pop from the 60s, which is what it is. The guitar playing's great. It's really that psychedelic guitar sound that you hear from Quicksilver Messenger Service and all these bands. It's really, I'm surprised at how good this album is. Really good. Thanks, Jeff. Loving it. Plastic Cloud. Check them out if you like that 60s psych stuff. Speaking of Quicksilver Messenger Service, I picked this up on a Boxing Day sale for $25. They were clearing them out. Brand new, limited edition analog of Quicksilver Messenger Service's first album. This album is freaking awesome. Great album. I think I'm going to do a ranking of my favorite 60s San Francisco albums, and this is going to be near the top. Man, it's so good. There's two of their albums that I absolutely love that'll probably be near the top, but Quicksilver Messenger Service, fantastic stuff. Last night I got on a Yes kick like you wouldn't believe. So I hear coming up, I think it's in March, they're doing the 50th anniversary of Close to the Edge in these big hardcover sets with the record and the 2 CDs and the Blu-ray. They're fantastic sets. I bought this one when it first came out, the Yes album. First thing I played last night when I come on, the Steven Wilson remix. Frick, it's good. Really good. Just awesome. That was from, that was the 2014 remix that they included on this. But it just sounds so good. It's great. The vinyl sounds great. I love the remix. I played it for my nephew Jack one night, and he likes his old original mix, but I really dig the new mixes. Next, I couldn't resist. I've been playing this a lot. The one that just came out most recently is Fragile. Fantastic. Just mind-blowing good. The sound quality, the whole packaging of these are just amazing, and I am so excited to get close to the edge. Speaking of close to the edge, I played CD of Close to the Edge. It's not just a CD, it's an audiophile hybrid SACD gold, and boy does it sound sweet. Fantastic. Mastered by Steve Hoffman, the great Steve Hoffman from the Steve Hoffman forums. Steve always does an incredible job on his stuff, and if you ever see his name mastered by, buy it. What an album. Close to the Edge. Okay, then I put on Minstrel of the Gallery because I mentioned it in my prog rock tag for Alex at Beer and Vinyl. If you haven't watched that, please watch it. And French Vinyl Addict has done one. Pat from Close to the Edge has done one. Steve from A is for Alice, B is for... I forgot it. If you just look up A is for Alice, you'll probably find it. Anyway, sorry, Steve. B is for Bald. That's it. Anyway, Minstrel in the Gallery, my second favorite Tull album. This is a prog album as far as I'm concerned. Steve, in his video this morning, mentioned he showed he showed Benefit, he showed Stand Up, he showed This Was, and he talked about Aqualung, how they are not prog albums, and I totally agree. They are rock albums. That's it. They're not prog. Like he mentioned, if it's considered progressive, it's only because they progress musically. Thick as a Brick is prog. This is prog. That's it. Next, this band has shot up to be one of my favorite bands of all time in a short time. I'm telling you, if I re-rank my favorite bands, this band will be hard-pressed not to be number 2. I'm loving them that much. My ranking for favorite bands is Grateful Dead, yes, King Crimson. But I'm telling you, I talk about them all the time. Widespread Panic. I cannot frickin' stop listening to these guys. I love everything. This is an album called Every Day. It has probably, arguably, their best song on it. My two favorite songs are on this one, Diner and Pilgrims. So, great frickin' album. Speaking of that, I forgot to mention the 5 albums that I gave Larry Graves to listen to. One of them was the first Widespread Panic album, the debut. Bebop Deluxe, Live from the Air Age, the great classic Jeff Beck album, Truth, the great Free album, Fire and Water, and what was the 5th album? I can't remember. Watch Larry's channel and you can find out. Anyway, that's all I got. Everyone have a great day. Tomorrow is would have been Janis Joplin's 82nd birthday. I love Janis with all my frickin' heart. I am going to do a video tribute to that amazing woman tomorrow. That will be my video. So if you like Janis, watch. If you don't like Janis, I guess you're not going to watch. What else can I say? Have a great day.